everything works perfectly fine. I didn't do a video for a while, so I just use that bad boy.
Okay.
And I'm a big fan. And anyways, welcome to the How to Do Drugs podcast. I am your host, Aaliyah Janine. And today we have Danit Sibs.
Hello.
Yay.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for doing it. I told you I would remember your name. Yes, and then we have Lucy. If you can see her, she wants to chill with us today.
She wants to join in the fun.
Yes. She's, or as I like to call it, being a pain in my ass. We have like an old married couple kind of relationship now, where like she'll do stuff. She'll come over and sit by me on the couch and, you know, rub up and get her snuggles and pets and stuff like that, and we'll be hanging out. And then when she's done, she'll just move over. Even though I may not be done, I'm like, no, why don't you just come? Like, I'm not done getting snuggles from you. And she's like, nah, I'm good. And I'm like, oh, okay. And when we go for walks, I can't even get her to go around the block now. Like, up, down. Like, I have to, like, zigzag to kind of trick her to make her walk a little bit more. I'm like, bitch, you're getting fat and your nails need to be filed down. Her fucking claws. But she'll just do this thing where she'll just stop. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess we're done.
Yeah.
I guess, are we done now? I'm like, you fucking asshole. I love it. It's so funny.
Well,
senior dogs are great. I can see why people want to give them up, though. I'm like, you're going to die soon, bitch. You are going to die soon. And I'm going to be all by myself, so you can fuck off.
Have you had her for all of her 13 years?
Yeah.
So this is your baby.
Yeah, that's been my ride or die.
Oh, yeah.
Driven with me across the country a couple of times.
Wow.
Well, every time, actually. Every time I've done it, which was quite a few. Yeah, no, she's a great dog. Great car dog, too. She's like the perfect size. Like medium, and she's not little. She's not really yippy. You heard her bark. She barks with new people because she's talking to. She's like, hey, who are you? Do you have treats for me? Will you rub my belly? Like that is what I'm assuming she's saying to people.
That's what Willow, I would maybe say that Willow, my sister's dog, is probably saying the same thing. She only barks at new people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, otherwise, she's the sweetest.
Yeah, just the sweetest. Like, she smiles in her fucking sleep. I'm like, I don't, like, sometimes it's kind of creepy. I'm like, are you haunted? I'm like, I don't deserve this amazingness every day.
That's so cute.
Oh, dogs are great. Yeah, but no, she is getting old and she is going to die soon. Fucking asshole. God, I love her so much.
She's sweet.
That's your sister's dog?
Yeah.
Do you have any animals?
No, and we weren't, like, I feel like if you're not raised with a dog, it's like you are dying to have one, or like you're not into pets. Because like I never, like pet hair and like all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, you never had to deal with it.
Never had to deal with that. So I think my sister, like, they have 3 kids, and like she probably wanted a 4th baby, but like instead she got a COVID rescue dog.
Dude, perfect replacement for a child.
Yeah, and it's a 20-pound Cocker Spaniel. Aww. She's so cute. I mean, she was abandoned, and then I'm convinced that the shelter said she didn't have babies, but her nipples were dragging on the floor.
Oh, I hate that.
She wasn't fixed yet.
Yeah.
Like, somebody took her babies.
Someone probably took her babies. They said that about my other dog that I had, Prudence, that she never, had kids because she was so young. She was still, when I got her, she was like 10, maybe 12 weeks old, but her nipples were already, and I was like, oh no, that bitch are, like, because they, puppy mills, they'll just breed them. Like, once they bleed, they breed.
Well, and she's 100% Cocker Spaniel.
Oh, yeah.
She's not mixed, so I'm like,
definitely.
somebody took her babies.
Yeah.
And so we saved her, like, she was so, like, what's the right word? I want to say dingy, but like her hair was
matted.
Like
dingy's
matted.
A good word. Yeah, grimy.
And now she's beautiful.
Cocker Spaniels they have like the long hair. My grandparents had it. Stubby because they had cut off his tail. Great hunting dogs. Dog was he was a great guard dog too. He'd just play outside and any like one that would come up, he'd be like right there.
Yeah, so she only barks at new people. But I dog sat her for a week, and I stayed at my sister's house because she has a pool. Yeah. Yeah, so that was like July 4th for me.
So, if you need me to stay at your sister's
Totally. dog sit with the pool. So she normally sleeps in my sister and my brother-in-law's room, like in a that they leave the crate open, but like in the crate, and then every place else has like a doggy bed.
Yeah.
So in the guest room, my sister has a nice house. I have no guest room.
You said pool, cocker spaniel. I think we get it.
I'm like, sorry, I don't live like that, but I'm good actually. But so she didn't want to be alone in that room, so she followed me upstairs and slept in the doggy bed, and then the second night she goes into the doggy bed. But then at midnight, when I'm still watching TV, she gets up, she looks at me up and down, and I go, yeah. And she jumps up, and she sleeps in the bed with me the rest of the time. Oh,
it is funny how
sweet.
Dogs are great. I never let Lucy sleep in the bed. When she was a puppy, do you have any idea how difficult that was?
I'm sure.
To not allow a fucking adorable ass fucking little asshole like her to like sleep in bed. So I trained her not to sleep in the bed with me, and it wasn't until I moved to Florida and I was staying with my uncle who lived in like his white trash girlfriend at the time's like fucking, shack basically, and they had carpet which was weird, and 900 cockatiels, birds that all said asshole, so they couldn't sell them, which I thought was really funny. But the carpet was so gross, and I was like, I am not allowing you to sleep on the floor, even in the dog bed. I'm like, no, you can come up, please come up on the bed. So then that was broken. Now she sleeps on the floor, mostly because she can't get up. She can barely get up on the couch. Like, I have a little footstool coming up for her. Like, my bed has a platform, so I assumed that I had dog stairs. But yeah, she actually kind of stopped sleeping with me. I think she's a restless sleeper now in her old age. She's like, but she paces a little bit. I'm like, oh, you're like grandma. My grandma used to do that shit all the time. Well, she sleeps all day, so I'm like...
Yeah, Willow sleeps a lot.
Oh, God, that's so funny. Well, anyways, this show is not about dogs. But who doesn't love a good dog talk,
I mean, 3 years ago, this wouldn't be happening, you know? So, like, how lucky. Also, Willow doesn't shed. Cocker spaniels don't really shed. So that's part of, like, my sister was waiting for the perfect rescue.
Yeah, I didn't... Well, no, you gotta cut their... Yeah, because their hair... They almost have, like, hair.
It's hair. It's just hair.
So they gotta cut it. This bitch fucking sheds every time I brush her. It's like another dog.
Yeah.
I didn't think that. Yeah, I thought, I'm like, oh, she's got, like, that, like, short hair, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's a furry bitch. I love it. Drugs, yes. We're on them.
Yes.
We're a little stoned right now, but I took my Adderall and I got my chai tea here.
Oh.
So I'm very excited. So you have a show called the Hot Box, right?
Yep.
What is that about?
So basically, it's a stoner comedy talk show. I get comedians high, and then I interview them late night talk show style. Because this is my whole thing. First of all, like, I'm not 22 and trying to make it. I just turned 39. I could throw up, but I'm dealing with it. I'm overcoming the 39. But so, like, I'm like, I want to be more strategic, and I don't think we're all going to make it, like, yucking it up the same way on stage. So, also, I've always wanted to be a talk show host.
Dude,
like,
that's a dream job for sure.
A dream, like, I've never, like, envisioned myself, selling out a theater. That's not where I see my comedy, so... Or like,
oh my God, you mean you're realistic?
I'm realistic!
Some other people.
Oh my God.
Like, I know what I want to do and what I'm capable.
Yeah, I just want to get this hot box picked up by like a streaming service or FXX.
Right.
I'd love to go on tour. I actually was building my own tour, but I had to cancel it now because of my situation.
Yeah.
But my injury. But yeah, I have a day job. I would quit it if they gave me like a contract and the money up front to like go on tour. I would do that too. Anyway, so I'm like, let's do something different. And like also, you know, I'm really the only, unless there's somebody else I don't know about, I'm the only woman really doing a cannabis comedy show. Like everything else is really men.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't know another woman that's specifically, and all the other ones in general are just stand-up shows.
Yeah, they're not.
This isn't
yours is.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a really great show, Weeding Out the
Oh,
Stone.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
Alex is great. We keep on having scheduling conflicts, but of course I want him on.
He's a dude. What other weed shows? Have I ever had a weed show?
The morning show was two improvisers. They were guys. Like Reg Thomas.
Claim it, and then someone disputes it. Then we'll be like, all right. But right now we have the first woman stoner comedy producer
in New York. Yeah.
Calling it now. There we go. That's how we get things done here.
Yeah.
We're very chaotic.
Yeah. No, let's call it. I'm so high. Let's call it.
We're calling it.
Yeah. So it's turned into like a vibe.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe. It's like a hangout because first of all, like everybody gets something with the ticket. Either a pre-roll or an edible.
Mm-hmm.
And then now, like, I usually have all of these, like, raffles and giveaways. So, like, this time I partnered with, I would need to say it, Houtbox. Houtbox? H-A-U-T-E.
Hot. It's hot. Hot. It's like the British hot.
I know, and I never say it right.
Hot.
So, like,
Yeah.
Hotbox at the Hotbox.
Nice.
They make these boxes that are smell-proof and hold, like, they have separate compartments for your joints, pre-rolls, and your lighter. And I give out a Hotbox lighter. So, basically, like, that's what's happening on Thursday.
Oh, that's
it's
perfect.
So
like, you get, so you get 2 for 1, swag.
Yes, and then I always have raffles with my swag, and then also always food and drinks. You gotta cure your munchies.
Yeah.
So like sometimes I've even had hot food. I've taken it all different places because I need to be able to smoke weed on stage.
Yeah, like probably more obviously outdoors, but there's a lot of theaters because there is that law where it's like a performance art. You can smoke. There's certain comics that could smoke in the comedy
in the
comedy
cellar.
Club,
in the cellar,
and in the clubs at the stand, yeah.
Well, I know Reg Thomas has that show at the stand, but that's
why I was trying to give. I'm like, can I like give away drugs? And well, like the kind you smoke, and like weed and stuff. He's like, not yet. He's like,
okay.
I mean, well, because I also have like porn stars and stuff, so it's like they were. Like, I can't, like, show, like, videos, like, do, like, what I used to do at Creek in the Cave. Like, I had to tone it down a little bit.
Okay.
But, yeah, they're, like, fucking porn stars, alcohol, and, you know, that's a lot. They're, like, causing chaos.
I guess.
They don't know if I could control it. And you know what? They're probably right.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot, like, it's a whole thing. Yeah. So, like, that's, like, what I do. So, like, this one, so this Thursdays is really exciting because it's the first time at this place called Hazy House. Hazy House.
Oh, so it's like
It's the hot box at Hazy House, and you're going to get a hot box.
You better work on your German? Is that
I don't know.
That is. I think they're both like the German spelling, and it's like Haus.
Yeah,
right?
Hazy House.
That's German. I think.
Anyway, so it's like this really cool cannabis lounge in the East Village. So if it works out, I'd like to do it monthly there. So yeah, I'm just trying to do something different.
Yeah, I like, a difference always good. It's always hard, to find something original.
Yeah.
It really is, you know, with the internet, and even though you may be, like, the first one to actually, like, do something, someone else may have had the idea before ever implementing it, or something like that. I like the theme shows. You know, and that's not even, you know, it's a talk show. You're doing a talk show. It's not even a stand-up show. You're doing a talk show. And so that's like marketed totally different.
Oh, totally. And also, like, I ask like ridiculous questions and I send them before so people can write if they want.
Oh, yeah.
Or riff. And there's so many good clips. Mm-hmm. Like, for instance, I like not enough of the people on the lineup like actually make their own videos from it, which is surprising. Like one time Colleen Genevieve was on, mm-hmm. and Abe Hannigan, mm-hmm. she fucking roasted the shit out of him. I was like, you need to clip this. I'm like not nonstop. I was like, and being so high, I'm like, is he gonna cry?
Oh,
like, how do I contain this?
That's hilarious.
But it would have been a great. It's still available. She can clip it if she wants.
If she wants to, yeah. I've started. I was doing that before quarantine, like doing more clips and stuff like that. And then I stopped, obviously quarantine, and then a plethora of life-changing events had happened over the past couple of years. But now I'm getting back. I'm like, oh, that's right. I have clips. I should be doing this. There's so much that I can and should be doing, and I need to start going back into getting into that. Yeah, I wasn't. I guess I took a little break. Like I was still doing shows and stuff, but like my heart wasn't as in it. It was more like, ugh. And now I'm like, now I'm back.
Do you feel better?
Yeah. Now. Well, I think it's the fact that I'm getting a car and I'm going to start, like, traveling. It's also just having a car. I miss having a car so much.
Yeah.
And now that we can have drugs, well, I mean, obviously we're not supposed to smoke the drugs while we're driving.
Right.
Obviously.
Right.
I would never smoke and drive. That's very bad. Now, acid on the other hand. Absolutely. But yeah, now I definitely feel that it's more comfortable because then I don't have to like worry about hiding it. You know, well, I guess depending on what state. What state I'm in or whatever, but I don't have to be like, oh shit, there's a joint right there, you know, that maybe I didn't even smoke, but it's just in the car and be like, oh fuck, because that is a thing. I have had a possession of marijuana ticket. I am old enough to say that I got a ticket for weed.
In what state?
In Wisconsin. Yeah, it was the day that I graduated from the I was certified for law enforcement. It was the exact same day. Yeah.
You were a cop?
No, I went to school to be a cop. They already, like, people that listen to the show, they already know that. Yeah, I have a degree in police science too. I've gone to school for a lot of things.
Damn. Also I was in ADA.
Oh.
In the Bronx. I'm an attorney.
Well, shut the fuck up.
I know.
My God, we can add you to my list of attorneys. I have so many.
I'm living the dream.
Living the dream.
Hi on Aaliyah's podcast. I'm an attorney by day. Yeah. That was a long time ago, but I was in the Bronx.
Oh, wow. Do you still practice or no?
Yeah, I still practice. Yeah, I'm in civil defense litigation. I'm at a firm. Mm-hmm. Right now I'm on disability. Fucking crazy. But I would like to, that's why I want the show to be picked up. Like I created something different to be like quicker in the plan. Mm-hmm. So because doing both
you have an in on I was gonna say like your law firm like allows you to smoke weed.
Well, they don't know about the hot box.
Oh yeah, that's why I was like
they know about comedy.
Oh okay, but not
they don't know about the hot box, but they don't check my Instagram.
Like it's out there. You're not hiding it.
No, because if I can't make my account public. You know what I thought?
Is your account public or no?
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, or private.
I can't make a private. I said that.
Do lawyers also do the most drugs?
Mm-hmm.
Lawyers really, I know because I have very good friends who are all lawyers. My group, a girl gang of lawyers.
Really?
Yeah, I have like, there's four or five. Actually, there's five of them. You could be at six
maybe
if you have an even number now. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Because maybe they're cool. Because I don't know that many lawyers that are cool.
My lawyers are real rad.
Okay, so I'll have to do a
super rad. But lawyers in general just do a lot of drugs. Same as finance.
Yeah, cokeheads.
Super cokeheads, which is why I can't hang out with finance dudes because I love cocaine and money.
I had a period experiment. I guess whatever. I was doing coke in my senior year of college.
Ooh, that's actually a good time to experiment with it. A little bit older. Yeah, I think I was like 18, 19 the first time I tried it. And I was like, I love this stuff.
I was 21, I guess. But so the last time I did it, I checked my mic.
Okay.
It's good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got nervous.
Oh, that I turned it off, yeah. Oh, no, it's okay. I had a bad come down. Like, I didn't sleep at all. There was, like, a dude that I didn't want in my bed anymore. I woke him up at 5 a.m. and I was like, I'm driving you back to campus, because he still lived on campus, because he was, like, a sophomore. I was a senior. I'm like, driving you back.
Yeah. Oh, I've done that shit.
I was like, I need to sleep. So, like, that's why. What I wish I would have done more, I only did it once in college also. Freshman year, DJ Johnny Vicious came up to Binghamton.
I'm like, you did DJ? Oh, you did E.
And that was before Molly.
I love that you still call it E, though. We're calling it back. Yeah, fucking I'm like, why? They're like, Molly's superior. Fuck Molly.
They say Molly's superior.
No, it's not. It's literally the same thing. I love the pressed pills. I've always loved the pressed pills. Okay. You know, that had like the little design.
Yeah.
Because that means the drug dealers took time. Yeah. You know, those fucking pressed pills, those are expensive little things.
That's what I took the one time.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. I haven't done it again. I guess I should have. I'm surprised I haven't had an opportunity to do Molly again, or like around it. Like,
you need to hang out in the village more.
I guess. I mean that I would do.
You would do Molly again?
Yeah, I do Molly. I would try it for sure.
They have well now, same thing with like ketamine and mushrooms and stuff.
Yeah,
they're bringing back. All the therapy and stuff that like they actually were using it for. In the beginning, when they first came, they're like, oh, this helps with all of this. But, you know, because it wasn't illegal then, people were obviously abusing it. Like, people have that with every drug ever. Why? Yeah. Because it makes us feel good. Because they created a world that fucking sucks.
Wait, have you ever done ayahuasca?
Not like full on... peyote. I've done like the spiritual like peyote thing. Ayahuasca. I'm going to Peru in March.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, I want to do it there. Because my buddy had some, you know, and like microdose or I'm like, can you microdose? But it's the same. Like basically, I did the same way I did DMT. I was already super fucked up, so I don't know if it like affected me. In any way, I've done like the spiritual thing with peyote though.
Okay, and did you feel like it made a change in your life or anything?
Not necessarily. I think for me, I mean, you definitely have revelations and stuff. Have you ever done?
No, that's why I'm asking about ayahuasca.
Well, for me also, I think because I recently found out, you know, I have ADHD, but also, like, I'm on the autism spectrum. So now I think I realize why I'm able to function so normally when I'm on acid. Like, I could talk to cops. I could fucking cook dinner. Like, I am...
Oh, shit.
But I am trippy. Like, in my... Like, I am... My fucking pupils, like, I love it. It's one of my favorite drugs to do. But, yeah, I think that... that maybe I don't have like the spiritual thing that happens with it. Like you have some revelations and it does help like clear out your mind. Mushrooms definitely help me with like my depression and stuff like that. Microdosing.
Yeah, I've done microdose shrooms.
Yeah, is way better than taking pills.
I'm on antidepressants.
For sure. I can't take them because they make me want to kill myself more. Pretty much anyone.
Okay.
Yeah, it's super
No,
shocking.
mine worked really well.
Yeah, so some people, they work amazing. And I'm like, I want to
like
take a
so
pill
much
and
better.
be better. Yeah.
I was really depressed after being injured and stuff. I've been really... and like dropping out of comedy shows and like stuff like that. Like it's been so like I just added a second antidepressant like 2 weeks ago.
Well,
and
they have those
like
little bumpers, right?
It's a bumper.
Yeah, or whatever.
Well, it bumped me because my psychiatrist was like, I'm telling her like how I'm feeling, and I'm like, oh, I think I've been handling things better, blah 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 blah, and then she's like listening to me, and then she's like, I don't think so. I think you need a bumper. But then she's good.
Yeah,
I don't want someone that's not gonna like
that doesn't pay attention to that kind of stuff. It does definitely help. My doctor gave up on trying to give me. He was trying to give me all these pills for my ADHD that aren't a stimulant, and they were just making me fucking nuts.
Shit.
Like really depressed. Not even like suicidal sometimes, but more like actual murderous. Like really, I'm like, I could snap someone's fucking neck. And I was like, yo, because I joke about murdering people all the time because I'm related to people that murder people. I'm like, I can murder people, and then all of a sudden I was like, if I'm on these pills, I feel like I could. I was like, so we're gonna stop taking these.
Yeah.
That's a bad idea. I'm like, kill myself, that's one thing. Start a whole fucking murder spree, that's another. Don't need to carry on the family name, you know what I mean? Like, let's not be a serial killer.
God.
So now I'm just getting my Adderall illegally.
Okay.
And it works so much better. Like, I don't take it every day. I don't take a lot of it.
Right.
But it does make my brain feel better. And then microdosing when I need to. But also just tripping. Tripping's fun. And it does, like, it can clear out, like, some static.
Yeah.
Like, I've noticed, like if I have certain situations, it's more, you know, that voice in the back of your head that is telling you what you know is right. Like, you know what's right. You know what I mean? But then when you're on mushrooms or any type of, like, hallucinogenic like that, it's basically in your fucking face. Like, you know that. For me, it's more like, bitch, stop, you know? or go on, or whatever the fuck I'm trying to work out.
That's what scares me, is like the hallucinogenic.
Yeah.
So I've only done microdose of shrooms recently. I've never done shrooms or acid. It's just coke and E, and I love weed. And then and unfortunately I also used to drink a lot. So
oh god, I'm more of a binge drinker. Like, I don't drink all the time, but when I do, I'm like, let's get wasted.
Do you get hungover?
Yes, that's why. I plan a day for a drink. You know, I'd be like, okay, today. Although a couple weeks ago I did it like it's like every other day. I'm like, that's a lot for my.
Do you get sick when you're hungover? Because I get.
Last time I did. Last time I threw up twice. But I also sometimes, if I do drink too much, I'll make myself throw up so that way I either drink more or sober up. I'm from Wisconsin, and I was a stripper too, so there.
So I have thrown up until 10 p.m. the next day, which is why my favorite way to be is to be super duper high and have like a bunch of White Claws. Like, I can't, like, I've like felt like I was gonna die. Yeah. I went to I go to Fire Island sometimes, Ocean Beach, which is like a frat party. It's not like the gay part. And it's this is a long time ago when I was 26. And I was fine the whole day. It's Sunday. We had this crazy binge drinking, fucked up weekend, but I'm fine. We end up staying, you know, in Fire Island like the day. Like, we didn't leave early, so we're gonna catch a 5 o'clock ferry. We all pack up our stuff. We go to a restaurant to have Bloody Marys and food before we get on, and it hits me. I am throwing up in the restaurant. I threw up. On the ferry, I turned to my friend who has a plastic bag of apples from the fucking grocery store, and I'm like, dump the apples! Dump the apples! And I throw up in the bag. Listen, then we missed the Long Island Railroad to come back into the city. We take, I don't know if they still have this because I didn't see it this summer. I only went once this summer. Like a van that drops you off in Midtown. So like for $20. So we each get on, and I start getting car sick. And I make this guy and everybody feels bad for me, but my 2 friends know that I'm hungover. Like, the old people in it were like, oh, sweetie. I was like, I'm car sick. I was like, drop me off at a gas station with a bathroom. I'm texting my mom that she needs to come and get me because I'm from Long Island. I'm 26 years old. I am at the district attorney's office, okay? And
calling your mom because you're hungover.
I throw up in the gas station, and she picks me up. She drives me home. I run into my house that I grew up in, throwing up. That is why I don't get blacked out anymore.
No, that makes sense. That absolutely makes sense. I mean, I've done things like that multiple times. There'll be times when I have to I'll just slam water, throw it up, because my body is trying to get rid of the amount of alcohol that it has in it. And like, if you don't drink that water, it's not going to come out. You're going to feel worse. It's going to take longer. So a lot of times I'll just drink a shitload of water in the bathroom, wait and then throw it up, because otherwise all you're doing is throwing up fucking stomach. You're throwing up bile, like fucking stomach acid and shit.
Wait, does that work and that fixes you? Like, you feel normal?
Yeah, well, I mean, it helps get like, if your body is trying to make you throw up, obviously that's because it's trying to
poison.
It's poison and needs to get rid of something. So you put enough water in, and it'll take, your body absorbs it, goes through whatever the fuck it does, it picks up as many toxins, and then you throw it up again. Yeah, I've done that. I'll sit in the bathroom. There's been a handful of times that I've had to do that. I've definitely given myself alcohol poisoning.
Yeah.
I almost killed myself during quarantine one night. I'm like, I served myself. I don't even have a bartender to blame.
Oh my
like, this bar sucks, 1 star. Woke up in my fucking bathroom half naked. I'm like, I was alone. It's just me and Lucy. I'm like, what? I'm like, quarantine. There were some good days, there were some bad days. There's, what I wanted to tell you, there is, because there's different types of mushrooms. Some that actually, that are more visual.
Okay.
Where, I love the visual stuff. The visual stuff is great. Like, the mental stuff, I've realized, I'm like, oh, that's why it doesn't affect me the same. Yeah. But the visual stuff, like penis envy, I've talked about.
Okay.
On the show, is a very visual one. Your pupils are definitely going to get dilated. Everything kind of like has a glow to it. And everything's, patterns are kind of wavy and stuff like that, which is fun. It's fun. Like, you don't, at least for me, I have never, seen anything like,
Is that a red flag?
Yeah. Like a hallucination. Yeah.
You're not a red flag. Are you saying that you're a red flag?
I mean, I'm kind of a red flag. No, it's a joke. Oh, hi. There's not the couch condom, but you don't care. You just want to put your ass in my face.
Yeah.
Aww. Such an asshole. God, I love it.
I did feel sparkly with the microdose.
Yeah, and it's also like the physical part is great. Like, you feel more relaxed.
Yeah.
Like the air feel, a nice breeze. The sun feels different because your senses are heightened. Is basically what it is. But there's a bunch of different types of mushrooms that are just mental or are more like body highs kind of. It all depends on like how much you take and and all of that stuff to see like the type of trip that you'll have. All mushrooms do have somewhat of a visual thing, only because like your pupils are going to be dilated, so colors are going to be brighter, that kind of thing. But it really does depend on the kind. So like for depression and stuff, like I like the hillbilly ones for microdosing. The only time I've ever seen a hallucination, well, I keep trying to add an extra N in there, is when I was like up 3 days on meth. That was the only time I've ever seen one of.
What did you see?
They've heard it on the show. But I was driving home from Chicago, and the first thing I saw was a group of giant men in old school black and white prison uniforms coming down the road, rolling a big red ball. And so I pulled over, and I'm like, Brenda, you're going to have to drive now because I'm seeing shit. She's like, done. We're still doing fucking bumps just to get home. And then while she was driving, I saw like a giant like Energizer bunny like going on the side, and I'm like, maybe I should go to sleep. Yeah, that was the only time. Well, DMT too. Have you? Oh, see, DMT.
No,
is
that's
very,
acid.
No.
What's DMT?
DMT comes from a plant. You could fucking. I was thinking about making it here. It's not hard to make. I'm sure it just stinks though, and I'm in an apartment.
Yeah.
DMT is it's like an ayahuasca type thing.
Okay.
Peyote, it's a very strong visual hallucinogenic.
Okay.
But that one only lasts for like 15-20 minutes.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, I have
Maybe
a DMT.
I
have a DMT vape pen, which is really nice. You don't get like the same, like if you puff on it enough, you're not.
Well,
gonna,
that's the
like,
same with the vape pen with weed.
with anything. Yeah. It's nice though. It's definitely nice. Yeah. DMT is, well, it's also like if you just close your eyes, all of a sudden it'll be like all hippie swirl stuff. That's what I see.
Yeah.
At least when I close my eyes when I do DMT, you know, a lot of swirls. You know, the clock will be like woo, like that. You'll actually see.
Are you smoking DMT?
Yeah.
Okay,
you smoke it. You smoke it. DMT is great. Yeah, you should.
Learning a lot today.
Yeah, I like hallucinogenics.
Yeah.
One, because they're not addictive.
Okay, yeah.
But they're also fun. Hallucinogenics are so fun. Like
I think weed is so fun.
Weed is super fun.
I probably would have a decent experience, you know?
Yeah.
I guess I'm just scared.
That's the thing. Well, yeah, people, because they always hear all these bad stories, and it doesn't matter about like your frame of mind. Like I've never had like a bad trip per se, but there's definitely been, you know, because I was in a shitty mood before.
Okay.
And I'm like, you know, in a certain frame of mind. And normally, you know, you would think that it would help, but sometimes you're just like, because it's that thing again where it's like, well, basically, I know I was in the wrong about something. And so I'm just going to feel like shit about it, which I guess is helpful in a way.
I mean, sometimes I get too in my head with weed, but the thing is I can push through. Because I do it because I'm such a pothead. Yeah. So, like, I'm sure, like, but I could do that with, you know, DMT or something. I just would have to try it. But, like, for instance, I used to not like being high by myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, it would just be with my friends, you know?
When did you first start smoking weed?
I first tried it when I was 16.
Okay, so have you been smoking ever since, basically?
On and off.
On and off.
Like, at the DA's office, it felt weird because weed was still not legal.
Yeah, and it'd be
so
like
I really didn't smoke for 3 years. Yeah.
That makes sense. That's the time I didn't smoke, too, was when I was going to school up here.
Right? It's like you kind of feel weird about it. But yeah, no. And then I guess I started getting more and more into weed again. After I left, I guess I really only took 3 years off. But then it would be like much more social. And I guess, I don't know, started doing comedy. I guess I switched from improv to stand up, and I think I started getting high more.
Well, yeah, because a lot of comics smoke a lot of weed, so it's
and
just
now,
like, oh, I'll just do that. The only time, that's the longest period of time I didn't smoke pot was about 3 years. I think I started smoking when I was like 14 or 15 or something like that. Now it's just, it's like taking my vitamins, basically. There's been, I realized like this past weekend, I didn't smoke at all Saturday. I didn't even realize that I didn't smoke. But, you know, there'll be days when I'm like, okay, I'm going to smoke and work on my computer, you know?
Totally.
But yeah, I don't think, it doesn't, edibles get me fucked up.
Oh yeah,
like
I love
weed doesn't
edibles.
get me like high when I was like 16, you know, like
Correct.
that.
Yeah.
Whoa, now it's more part of like my routine, like a medication. It does help with depression and my anxiety and stuff.
Yeah.
It makes the world a little softer.
It always makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Like basically, like I don't smoke during the day when I'm working, for my day job. Yeah. So like during the weekday, it's like I obviously won't smoke till I'm out of work, and then on the weekends I'll smoke all day.
Yeah. That makes sense.
You know, I can do whatever I want.
That's really responsible. I mean, that's how some people are with alcohol, you know, be like, oh, I have to work all week, so I'm not going to drink, and then on the weekend, let's go get wasted.
Yeah, no, but I smoke at night and stuff. And now I actually, just even my stand-up, like, I'm always high. I guess I'm just, COVID, so I was loving edibles and, like, taking them every night, and then COVID hit, and I'm doing it more and more, and then I'm doing it more, and, like, now it's just, like...
It's just a part that does. Well, because, it was part of your routine during COVID. Everyone, they created some new habits, you know, they got rid of some old habits. I got rid of some older habits and stuff like that didn't serve me. It's hard to do that because you're basically creating new, like, pathways in your brain and, like, killing off other ones. And brains are cool. They're so dumb, though. Like
you know way more about this than I do.
Brains are dumb. I hate them, but they're rad. They're fucking just little sponges.
Yeah.
They're just, you know.
Have you ever seen a brain?
Yeah.
An actual brain?
Oh, yeah.
I never have. I bet you, as a nurse,
I've seen dead bodies and, the insides and stuff. It never, an autopsy or whatever. It never bothered me. See, because I really like the medical profession. Okay. My mom's a nurse, and I love, like, you know, learning about the body, like biology. Oh my God, I was so good at that. And when I started, you know, nursing assistant, I'm like, and then I'll go school to be a nurse and maybe be a doctor or whatever. Follow my mom's footsteps. Working in the nursing home, for the most part, it was always obviously elderly. Obviously nursing home, elderly people. But I realized that I don't like people that are, like, alive when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like checking, because I hate getting shots. You know what I mean? And I'm like, could I do... I don't think I get...
sticking the needle in someone.
Well, I mean, not as a nursing assistant, obviously, but I was like, I don't know if I'm capable of that because, like, they talk back. So I was always thinking like mortician or like, then I was like, like forensics, because still working with people, they're just dead and they can't like yell at you if you hurt them because they're dead. You know what I mean? And so I was like, I could totally like slice up a dead person and like pull out organs.
So you've done that?
No. I've seen one, you know, I've seen one, but no, I mean, I could.
Wow.
Like, that'd be super easy. Yeah, I didn't have a problem with that. I think it's because I grew up watching, like, horror movies, whatever.
Okay,
because some people, like, get really weird about that kind of stuff. And no, I don't. Like, it's a part of life. Death.
I literally was just on the phone with my sister today talking about my surgery, and it's on my cervical spine, my neck. So, for the listeners that don't know, I feel like nobody knows cervical spine.
No, well, everyone thinks cervical. They're like cervix. It's like, no, that's a different part of the body. Buddy.
So I said to my sister, this is all I said over the phone. I'm not going to be able to eat solid foods for a while. And she literally is like, I'm about to pass out. I'm like, get it together. I'm like, how did you have children? She's like, I don't know. Years and years ago, I had a mole removed. They had to do like a biopsy because it was weird. Okay, it was fine.
Yeah. Moles are fucking weird.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so freckly and moley. I always get my... and so my sister went with me for them to do it, and they were stitching it up, and the doctor goes, your skin's not going together the way that I hope. My sister literally, they had to get her water.
How did she have children? Like
C-sections.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then.
Really?
No. Because any woman who actually, like the actual vaginal birth, they have a whole different view on like pain and stuff like that. But like a C-section, I hate it when women are like, women who have C-sections, they didn't, you know, you have to go through the pain. It's like, fuck you. It's like those women that...
She couldn't walk
that tell other women to not get the epidural. Get the fucking epidural, you moron.
Get the epidural.
Yeah.
Also...
But yeah, there
my
is something
sister was on bed rest a little bit because it was twins. They were bubbas, and now they're not nice to me.
They were bubbas.
They were so fat and delicious, and then the little one super, like... My sister makes the fattest, most delicious babies. And now they're old and they're mean to me.
They're old and they're mean.
Teenagers.
Teenagers
she has 3.
Teenagers are just horrible people in general. It doesn't matter. I'm sure twins are even worse.
I mean, no, it's just like my niece, it's like social media ruined everything for like a 15-year-old girl.
I would hate, like, I'm so glad I grew up in the 90s.
Me too.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I graduated high school 2001.
I graduated in 97.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I grew up with, I don't think I got a MySpace until I was like 23, 24.
I was in college.
I think I had a Facebook then, maybe?
Yeah.
Because I was like one of the first people to have one of those. One of my friends, I never went on, and I was like, this
Facebook,
stuff is stupid. And then MySpace, I got addicted to
Oh.
online stuff. I'm like, I could hack stuff. I was hacking stuff. I was writing codes. I'm like, and then movie hackers. I still wear an armored ring that Angelina Jolie wore in that fucking movie. I have multiple different kinds. I paint my nails to baby blue. I had a thing for that horrible fucking movie. Based my whole personality. I couldn't cut my hair like that.
No, I joined Facebook senior of college when you had to have a college email address.
Yeah, that was the thing, is that you needed the college email thing, and my buddy, yeah, that's so funny.
So weird. I was like, Facebook is the devil. I don't know if I could do this.
They're all horrible. And then you watch, like, that show, The Social Dilemma. That's another addiction, is social media. Now, I definitely... especially as of recently, I run a bunch of accounts. I think I am going to get Hootsuite again.
What's Hootsuite?
Hootsuite is where it will automatically post stuff for you on multiple accounts. Because I used it because I have multiple accounts, but you can't now, because of fucking Russia, the whole Russia bot thing. You can't tweet out the same tweet on multiple accounts anymore.
Oh,
well, like you can tweet out the same tweet. It just has to be at a different time. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not a Russian bot. I'm literally just trying to promote a comedy show, you fucking bitches. Yeah. But now I'm thinking, because I did stay off. Like, I didn't need to be on as much. I do try to, like, respond to, like, fans, you know, on Twitter. I don't really talk to fans on Instagram.
Oh, so I do Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on Instagram a lot, but I don't let people... I hate when people now, they can like your fucking Instagram stories, and I fucking hate that.
Yeah,
because it's just another notification to keep you on the app. I'm like, fuck you. It's
the Netflix.
It's that dopamine hit. It's like, ooh, someone like this. And like, for me, it literally gives me anxiety. Running all those accounts, especially.
How many accounts do you have?
I run a couple on Instagram, a couple on Twitter, a couple on Facebook, you know, for the different show.
Right.
Two for the show, podcast. I don't have a Facebook for the podcast. And also just some of them are left over from when I thought that I had to have an account for every show that I produce.
Yeah.
Which I didn't. I didn't.
You did.
No, you don't. But I have, you know, there's like hundreds or sometimes thousands of followers that I built. So I'm like, I might as well use them for something. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, so I just, you know, I'll just change the name and then use it for whatever I'm doing that for. Yeah, I try to stop. So Hootsuite, I try to, I may download again or use again just to do that. I definitely don't stay on as much anymore. It's pretty much...
I'm totally addicted right now.
Just promotions. That's it. I don't care. Like, I'm staying off of it. They're not verifying me on Instagram. Fuck you, Instagram.
What do they need to verify
I literally
you?
have a Wikipedia page, which is like, which is the ultimate online verification if you think about it, because you have to have a minimum of 10 main, like, news articles or articles written about you to even start a Wikipedia page. I have multiple. It's just because I tweet Instagram a lot about how sexist and biased they are.
Okay.
And they don't really like it that much. Every time I do, I know it's because my IG stories, I have 23,000 followers.
Yeah.
And I know that they're all real because I made the account specifically for comedy. Like, I got rid of my fucking, like, 50,000+ followers that I have from my porn account. I'm like,
shit.
I did that for my Twitter account, too. I'm like, this is going to be comedy. You know, and I was like, oh, that was real dumb. But, whatever. But yeah, they hate me. Like, I constantly get in trouble just for defending myself against men. I'm like, he can literally, like, there'll be dudes that will send me pictures of my porn, you know, via DM or whatever, or even make full-on Instagram accounts.
Yeah.
Full-on vag. Took months to take down. I should post a picture of me in a bikini. I get fucking flagged. I'm like, are you skull fucking me?
No, that's fucked up.
It's the algorithm. And it's not a person, it's just the algorithm.
It's the algorithm.
And like, you need a person to like stop it.
There's no person. There's no person.
There's no people.
There's no person in Instagram. I'm in this like crazy Facebook group that is so fucking amazing. It's called Are We Dating the Same Guy? And
I've heard of that one.
Fucking amazing. It's I mean,
you have to invite me. I kind of want to go.
Yeah, I will invite you. Here's the thing. It's two reasons why I love it so much. Because it shows you're not alone. Dating is fucking terrible. Mm-hmm. Like I'm pretty. Like I'm not unique. I am single and I want a husband. Like, and I want monogamy. Like I feel like I'm very, you know. Like middle of the road, whatever. Like, so dating is terrible because nobody wants to commit and guys don't put in effort. It's not even like they just don't want to like meet with any kind of intention of it being more than casual, but like they don't do shit. Yeah. They don't do shit. And so this group makes me know that I'm not alone. And then also it's so many different ages. Like, like I always like 39's been really hard for me, and like, well, cause like I'd like to be a mama, you know, and I don't know what's gonna happen now. But
get free some eggs.
Yeah, that doesn't help. I looked into it. Like I was supposed to freeze my eggs actually when COVID hit. Literally, I got the medication like the week that Thursday they shut down the city. Because it's like an age thing
or whatever.
Yeah,
you have a geriatric pregnancy. I know so many women that
do you know how many people have freeze their eggs and then try to use them and they can't even use them? So like it's the process, like only 10% of eggs that are frozen are used. That's why I'm not going to spend the money, because like as you get older, I'm probably gonna, if I do meet somebody, and I'm gonna have to probably do IVF. I don't know, like if it's not, like when you're 40, 41. You'd be
surprised though.
I know.
My mom got knocked up while she was going through menopause because she thought that she was done, you know.
Wow. And how old was she?
She was fucking in her mid-50s.
What?
Ended up like she would have had twins. Was like stillborn. It was a whole thing because her body was like
rejecting it.
Yeah. It was not. It was not a thing.
So interesting.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so there's all these ages, and also especially the 20s somethings. Oh, please love yourself more. Like these are like I guess like a fuckboy is a player. Like, you know what we didn't use fuckboy.
Fuckboy. Well, I've always
in college.
Fuckboy to me isn't a player. A fuckboy is someone that like you just go out and fuck. Like he's just one of those dudes that's only good for sex.
Okay.
Like for me, a fuckboy, you know, because I'm going to be 44, would be like a younger dude where I'm like, oh, this is my fuckboy.
Oh, okay.
At least for
like a liar.
At least for me, unless they change the fucking meaning to the word again, because they like to change meanings to words all the time. Gen Z fucking reads.
No, so they're accepting like
just trash.
Like these guys are cheating. Trash. These guys are cheating non-fucking stop. They are posting in this group, hey, this is my boyfriend. I have a bad feeling he's cheating again. Can anybody tell me anything? Again. Anyway, so I posted in there, I comment to someone's post that men are lazy. Yeah. And it got fucking taken down.
Oh yeah. I said men.
I'm like, that's fucking hate speech.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yep. I was posted a fucking joke. It was like I reposted a meme. It was something about the Queen's Gambit or something like that.
Okay.
Where it's like only like because you could tell that a man directed it because. No woman like going through a fucking mental breakdown who's a raging alcoholic is gonna look that good. You know?
Oh yeah.
You know, like something like that. And then I had posted with emojis, laughing face. Men are so dumb. LOL, laughy face. Yeah. 24 hours. I'm like, oh, you sensitive little cunts. But if I said, what a dumb bitch, LOL, probably would have been able to stay up.
Yeah.
So no, Facebook and Instagram are very sexist.
Yeah.
Where can people find you on Facebook and Instagram?
What a great great segue.
Thank you.
I mean, you can find me on Facebook, but I don't post because nobody. The algorithm doesn't.
It's all old people and Indians. I'm not saying anything. I get a lot of Pakistani, a lot of Middle Eastern people. They use Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook is their jam. So I have a lot of those followers. I'm not knocking it.
Yeah.
I'm sure half of them are fucking real though. But whatever.
Well, I like the groups like that. Group,
Yeah,
so that's why.
yeah.
But you can follow me on Instagram at Danit Sibs, DANITSIBS, and then also on Instagram and TikTok, thehotbox.nyc.
Yeah, definitely check out one of her live shows. You can find this wonderful podcast at How to Do Drugs Pod on Instagram and on Twitter. Obviously, rate and subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. Otherwise, Lucy is going to be very mad at you. Can you see Lucy? I don't know. Can you see this dumb bitch? Can you see this asshole? You want to see this asshole? This old lady.
Oh.
This old lady. Say hi.
Oh. She did say hi.
All right, bye.